Hi, Erin Perry here from Raise Your Voice and Learn to Sing with Erin Perry. I've been a professional vocal coach and singer for almost 3 decades now. I have many students who've moved on to have incredible careers on the London stage and with record companies and singles being released, and plenty of amateurs out there having a fantastic time singing for friends and family at jam sessions. I don't care what your goals are. I want you to be the best singer, the best you can be. And all of this also spreads out to actors presenting themselves, speakers presenting themselves, business people presenting themselves with great confidence and great breath control, because how we utilize our voice can make a huge difference between us sounding professional and confident and sounding like we're not really sure about what we're doing. Now, there is a lot of wisdom to fake it till you make it. There is some wisdom to that. But I do believe that having a bit of good coaching and lots of practice can lead to the best and most long-term lasting results. Now, I truly believe everybody can sing. Truly. I've never met someone who truly is tone deaf. Never. I've met plenty of what I call tone shy people. So don't worry about if someone told you you can't sing. I beg to differ. Anybody can learn to hold a tune. Now, how can you be your best you? Well, it starts with breath. It starts with embracing who you are and looking to expand who you are rather than try to be somebody you are not. Now, once you have great control of your voice and you know your range and you've stretched it to the absolute maximum and you know how to use your light voice and your heavy voice and your mix and all those wonderful things, you have full breath control, I say yet again. Then you could start looking into doing other wonderful things, imitating other artists, should you need to do that for a role, say, for example. But right now, if you don't have that kind of control, and few do if they haven't practiced it or been taught it, just to be your best you is a really good start. And it starts with the breath. It really does. Now, even if you don't want to become a great singer, the breath is so important to us as human beings. We now know the science behind the breath and how it can reduce stress, reduce cortisol levels. Also, the breath as an actor, the breath as a speaker, as a business person doing a presentation. When we have breath control, we bring in a greater sense of confidence, and we also bring in a greater sense of presence, right? So if you come in like, I'm not really sure, well, probably not going to book the role. The people I know who have very successful careers have the confidence and the practice and history and training to back it up. So if you'd like to stay with me for a few minutes, we're going to do a really simple breath exercise. And the first thing I want you to do is relax. Seriously, relax. Singing should not be stressful. Yes, we do need to work. We are utilizing muscles. We are using consciously the muscles we need to use. We're not doing unnecessary work. We're only doing what we need to do. Now, some of the best things you can do are have good posture, right? So you can do this sitting down, no problem. You can do it standing up. If you're going to sit down, please have both feet flat on the floor, either shoulder length apart, or you can have one foot slightly ahead of the other. Those are both classic choir practice positions, right? So you're just very grounded, and just take a moment and feel settled in your seat. Feel really settled in your seat, right? You can also do this standing up. Now, again, you want to feel very centered, very grounded. So usually having your feet roughly shoulder length apart is going to be quite ideal, right? I suggest unlocking the knees. I promise you, you're going to breathe better because of it. Now, if you don't believe me, you can try this. Lock your knees, take a breath through your nose, and feel undoubtedly stress in your chest. And if that's where you're breathing, that's where you're going to sing from. But we need to sing from down here. We need to sing down from the belly. We need to be using our diaphragmatic support, right? Our lungs don't have a lot of power. They're brilliant, but they can't help us to sing really well. We got to use other parts of our body, right? Now, take that same breath, unlock those knees just a little bit. Relax your mouth and take that breath. You're breathing in through both your mouth and your nose, okay? And you're just going to go and feel the difference where that air is going in your body. And I'd be very surprised if you told me that it didn't already go lower into your body in a more relaxed fashion. Can you breathe through your nose when you sing or act or speak? Sure you can. Sure you can. But that does not work for everybody. That's also only good for a small breath. If you need to deliver a really long line, be it spoken or sung, you need a big breath, and is not going to give you a big breath and is not relaxed, right? You can learn to sip your breath, right, through the nose, and that's good for a very short, quick thing. But again, that does not work for everything, and it does not work for everybody, whereas I do not know of anybody that the combined mouth and nose breath does not work with. Again, it's in a very relaxed fashion. Just now, if you're having a problem with this, take a moment and just put your hands up and be surprised. And you feel how easy the breath kind of gets sucked in, right? Because you're really relaxed. So we want a very relaxed breath. The other thing is you can also do, and I do recommend you practice, is make sure your belly is relaxed, right? For those who have dance training, right? You've been told you're going to be holding in your core muscles, and you must do that as dancers. I understand that. But as singers, we need to be relaxing that for the breath. And that is a little balancing act for dancers who sing, right? Singers who dance. We have to find a little balancing act with that. But it can be done. I promise you, not a problem at all, right? So just to relax the belly and to just relax the jaw at the same time, and take that breath. If you just get used to doing that for a few minutes a day before you start singing, you're already going to be in a good step in the right direction. I do encourage a really good warm-up. That's kind of the thing that I work with on my students as well. We work on song presentation, microphone technique, repertoire building, audition preparations, of course, various things for the students' needs. It really depends on the students' needs. So it's not that everything is this. The one thing that it does all start with is the breath. Definitely starts with the breath. And it starts with learning how to utilize your voice so you are not stressed. So next thing that you can do is now utilize that air, that lovely, healthy, relaxed breath that you just took. And get ready and just hum. Now, what you don't want to do is, right? We don't want to relax the breath. I love Marilyn Monroe, but happy breath is not what we want to do. We're going to get dizzy, not going to be able to sing or speak a long line. We want to be very supported, right? So it's now you take your pitch, okay? I'm a mezzo soprano, so I may be taking a pitch higher than yours. Whatever pitch you want, utilize what I call your shower voice, okay? So it's a nice, comfortable voice, comfortable in your middle range. Just and you play with it. Start lower, start higher. It's a wonderful way to warm up your voice. Do it slowly. Relax, breath. Can you hear the difference between and right? So that's the difference between a supported breath and an unsupported breath, a supported tone and an unsupported tone, okay? Now, if you have a problem doing this, don't worry about it. This problem can be learned to work through. And you could start with something simple as blowing out birthday candles. Literally take a breath and just go 10 candles, one breath. Don't cheat. No. Okay, no cheating. No cheating. So one relax breath. That will train that support. That will train that diaphragmatic support. You also may feel it in your lower back area around the kidneys. That's okay. Some fingers come from there more than the front. It's unique, okay? We're not all the same, all right? So work on relaxing. Working on having a relaxed intake for your breath. Being relaxed before the breath, relaxed during the breath. Get ready. Utilize your breath. Utilize your breath to speak. Utilize your breath to sing. Utilize your breath to do hum, hum, hum. And the difference between singing and that is very small. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, breathe. Have a beautiful day. And perhaps I'll hear from you about private classes. It'd be my pleasure to work with you in person or on Zoom. Peace.